if you've been struggling on how to be yourself and you're struggling to find your individuality in a world that is, heavily programmed for us all to be the same, cookie cutter, back in line, uniform, just, walking robot zombies, this video is for you. How to start to be yourself. So one of the first things in having to learn how to be yourself and learning how to become yourself and learning how to find yourself is by being with yourself. So that requires you to be alone. Now, being alone is different to being lonely. Being alone just means you are in your own presence. And one of the best ways you can start to learn how to be yourself is by being by yourself. And it's being quiet by yourself, it's being silent by yourself, it's listening to yourself. Whether you do that through meditation, that is the number one tool in the creme de la creme toolbox that you have on your spiritual journey. And I've done a whole entire video on this called the number one skill to cultivate on your spiritual journey. Whether that is journaling, whether that is spending a lot of time in nature, silently in nature, reflecting, whether that is listening to music and reflecting, or maybe it's reading books and reflecting. There's lots of different ways, but starting to learn how to be yourself is knowing yourself, and a lot of that happens in the silent moments in between. It also happens in your experiences with other people and with your outside reality. So learning about what you like, what you don't like, very important. How you would like to express yourself, not just through your words, but through your clothing and your accessories. Like, how do you want to represent yourself to the world? What feels authentic and organically you? Like, it actually feels like you. It feels like your soul, that you're expressing your soul outwards to the world. That can only happen through being by yourself and being with yourself silently and alone, and expressing yourself and experimenting, trying new things, seeing what you like, seeing what you don't like. If you don't know if you like something, try it again. I always say the second time you'll definitely know if you like it or not. Sometimes for some people they need 3 times to know if they like something or not. For some people maybe more. There's no wrong in this. It's about becoming without any outside influences. I know, how can you do that? Well, you need to stop with the programming. That means no more TV shows and no more radio and no more news. And I'm not saying every single thing, like, well, for me, I'm pretty, like, I haven't done those things in a long time, but, there can be some grey in those areas, but it's about knowing what's good for you and what's not good for you. And, how would you dress and how would you express yourself without, if you were never influenced in your whole entire life by social media and by filters and by plastic surgery and by fucking magazines and fucking modeling and fashion and all this bullshit, how would you actually express yourself? How do you want to express yourself to the world? How do you want to present yourself to the world? How do you want to move through the world? How do you want to talk? Do you want to be someone who yells? Or do you want to be someone who speaks in a more quiet tone? Are you someone that wants to speak in slang that doesn't make any sense? Or do you want to speak in proper words? Do you want to listen more than you talk, or talk more than you listen? Do you want to walk fast or walk slow? Do you want coffee or tea? Or maybe neither of those things. Maybe you want water. Maybe you want juice. Maybe you want coconut water. Some people I'm sure out here would say, I want alcohol. I don't condone that for many reasons. And maybe I need to do a whole video on that on my other health YouTube channel, because there is not one positive attribute to that. Who do you want to be? What do you want to do? What do you want to create? How do you want to show up? How do you want to love? How do you want to be love? That's a better one. How do you want to be love? What feels good to you when you do that thing? What is the things that resonate with you? These are all really great questions that you can write down in a notebook or your journal, and you can pause the video and you can have some reflection time, and it may help you get a bit closer. Another really important way of how we become ourselves and how we, how to be me, how to be yourself, is stripping. Hold on. It's not that type of stripping. Stripping away everything that does not serve us. Stripping away the programs. Stripping away the conditioning. Stripping away the victim mentality. Stripping away the scarcity mentality. Stripping away the shame. Stripping away the guilt. Stripping away the fear. Stripping away the anger. Stripping away the perfectionism. Stripping away the program of the pedophilia porn program that is so heavily in this world right now, that a lot of women still can't see what's going on there. Stripping away everything. Who are you without all that stuff? You don't get to bring that stuff with you when you go to your next life, and I know you know that. It's not coming with you. So why do you have so much of it? Because it makes you feel good for 5 seconds. You know why you have so much stuff? I'll tell you why. Because you've been running from yourself for that long. That's why you have that much stuff. Because all that stuff is to hide the fact that you're scared to sit with yourself in silence, and you're scared to be with yourself, and you're scared to feel those feelings that you've been pushing down for so long. All of that pain and that sadness that wants to come out, it wants to move through your body so that you can feel it, you can heal it, it can leave your body, you can transmute it and transform. That's who you want to be. You want to be the person that's on the other side of your pain. Ooh, that's a good. You want to be the person that's on the other side of your pain, and you don't realize it yet because you're too scared to feel the pain. And I'm not having a go at you, that's just facts. And I'm talking from my own lived experience as well here. That's how I know. Because your experience is absolute truth. Your experience trumps anything you could read in a book, anything you could read on the internet, anything someone else tells you. If you haven't experienced it, you don't know, and that's okay. But when you experience something, that's your truth. Because you've lived it, you've breathed it. That's true. That's more true than anything in the world. So strip away the bullshit. Strip away all the extra things, Strip it away. Strip it away. Who are you without it? Can you function without it? I'm here to tell you can. And it's so possible. And I know you feel like you can't function without it, but that's a program that you've been bred to believe. That you feel like you cannot function, you know, if you don't have your coffee. You cannot function if you don't have a full face of makeup and the lashes. You can't function if your lips are not fucking looking like a duck's bill. You know, you can't function without, you know, doom scrolling for, you know, 3 to 6 hours every day. Can't function without, you know, watching, you know, the TV program where the people are arguing all day because it's entertaining. It's not entertaining. What's happening is that your adrenaline has been spiked. And that feeling you're feeling when you're watching that show, that's fucking cortisol, which is a stress hormone that's flooding through your body. Who are you without the programming and without all the bullshit, without all that stuff on your face, without all that stuff in your house, without all of those clothes, the amount of clothes and the brands of the clothes? Who gives a fuck? Nobody cares. I can tell you right now, the people that care do not matter. Real people are not going to care whether your pants are Gucci or whether they're Target or from an op shop. Majority of my clothes are from the op shop. This beautiful scarf is a pashmina scarf. That was from the op shop. This beautiful cardigan is from the op shop. As I said, most of my clothes are from the op shop. And I do have my very special clothes that I get from Etsy because duality, and I allow myself to, you know, also treat myself like that as well, but not in excess. I just recently had a huge clear out. I want you to know yourself. And how you do that is by sitting by yourself. It's by being alone. It's listening to yourself. It's reflecting. Second way of how you know yourself is stripping everything away. Getting back to basics. It's very difficult to see what you are and who you are and the reality of who you are and what you're becoming when you have 100 million layers on. Take off the layers and you'll start to get to the good stuff, because the gem is in the middle, and it's when you're stripped bare is when you're going to have that moment. And the feeling of knowing yourself and truly being yourself without fear, being yourself without shame, being yourself from a place of I'm confident and I love myself and I love who I am and I'm certain and sure of myself. There is no thing in the world that will ever beat that feeling. No item of clothing, no fucking plastic surgery, makeup, whatever. Yeah, I'm saying it because I'm speaking the truth, and you know, it's frustrating that it's a minority opinion, the reality of what's really going on here. But it's time for me to start speaking about that stuff, you know? And if I get ostracized, I get ostracized, whatever. I'm a light worker and I'm a truth seeker. And I am here to help humanity. I'm here to serve and I'm here to guide. You are the one that you've been looking for, and you're the one that is going to heal yourself. I'm just here to help you remember, and I'm just here to help the space and to help guide you into your own remembrance. So the 3 ways on how to be you. Be by yourself. Be alone. Be still. Be silent. Reflect. 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 Strip it all away. Get back to basics. And then start to be yourself unapologetically. That means the things that you like them. And the things that you love them. That sounds simple, right? But when I say that, what I mean is that you like those things and you love those things no matter what anyone says to you and they're trying to change your mind. I mean, yeah, if you get into a good discussion where someone sways your beliefs and you're okay with that, that's a different story. But I'm talking about you're wearing this thing because you love it. You eat that thing, because it brings you comfort of home. You express yourself singing like that. Maybe you yodel or, things that are maybe different. I know you're different because I'm different and I know. And you are not made here to fit in. You're made here to be yourself. Otherwise, you would be looking the same as everyone else. And you've tried that and that didn't work. And that's why you're here on this video, because you want to be yourself. So it's about, the things that you enjoy that bring you peace, joy, and happiness. Do those things, be those things, express yourselves in those ways, whether it's through clothing, whether it's through words, food, music, art, however you want to express yourself, however you want to be, do those things unapologetically. I struggle with words. Because that's you being yourself. Another way is saying what you mean and thinking what you say, not just what you think everybody wants to hear. Holding your tongue because you want to be liked. Holding your tongue because you don't want to rock the boat. Now, in saying this, there is some discernment that needs to be made. We don't need to share every single thing. That is huge. It's learning the discernment of the balance, of the art of allowing, and the art of speaking up, and knowing when is the time to share your truth, and knowing when the time is not to share your truth because it's not the right time, or because it's not going to be received, or because it's not for you to tell that person and it's not your place. So I hope this video inspires you to start to be more of yourself, because yourself is the most incredible thing on this earth. And if you don't think that, it's because you don't know that. And that's why you need to start to get to know yourself so that you know that. Because there is no one like you on the whole entire planet. And I'll tell you that right now. Just like there's no one like me on the whole entire planet. There's never going to be another Elfie. And yes, there are many people out there that copy my name, that meet me and then they change their name, and they even change their last name to the same name as me. But they will never be me. You cannot replicate someone else. It's just going to be the Temu version. It's literally just going to be shit. Love how the birds are laughing in the background. So I hope this video helped you in some way, and I want to hear down below, what are you going to start to do to help to be yourself? How are you going to start to know yourself? How are you going to start to express yourself in ways that maybe you were feeling a bit scared or a little bit shameful to do so, because fearing what other people are going to think of you and what they're going to say? Who gives a fuck? Are those people paying your bills? Are they feeding you? Are they making love to you? Probably not. So it doesn't really matter. And even if they are doing those things, it still doesn't matter. Because you're the most important person in your whole entire life. And I need you to know that right now. The sooner you know that, the more better your life is going to change rapidly. Be yourself. And those who see you will find you. And you will also, little disclaimer, when you start to be yourself, the more and more you become yourself, you will see the people who aren't themselves and who the people who are not your people. Because sometimes when you start to become more yourself, there's people who will get threatened by that and triggered by that because they don't want you to expand. They want you to stay small and they want you to stay stuck and they want you to be in the old timeline with them. Let's be miserable together because misery loves its company and we just need to be sad. Do you know what? It's not cool to hate yourself and it's not cool to be depressed. And I know that's literally different of what we've been told. We've been told that it's selfish to love yourself. We've been told it's not cool to be confident, that you always got to be like, you know, a little bit like, you know, take up space. Wear the thing that makes you happy, even if it looks silly, even if it doesn't match, it's got crazy colors. Express yourself, even if the person, you know, is not in your life anymore. Do you really want them in your life if they can't even receive you? Come on. Year of the horse. It's time to get real and move forward in our lives. And starting to really move forward is being yourself. It's being yourself. It's knowing yourself. It's choosing yourself. The word yourself has the word cell in it. And it has the word you in it. Down to a cellular level. Being yourself down to a cellular level. It's not other, it's self. I've just seen that in the word self, there's the word elf in there with the letter S. I guess it's just I'm meant to be a sexy elf because it's in the word self. Hope this video helped you in some way, gain some insight. Love to hear down below in our beautiful community where we support one another of how we're going to become more ourselves. Please share this video with someone who needs to hear the message. And please join this channel if you would like to continue supporting me and this community and the message of truth and love. If you'd like to see more videos from me, if there's any particular video you'd like me to make, you can write that down below as well as how you are going to be more of yourself. See you next time.